It's coming.
That song again. It's Hella.
Yes, the source of the darkness. It's coming. This is your moment.
I'm sorry. I can't watch this.
What are you doing? You're showing weakness. You're not a warrior. You're a disgrace. The gods will punish you for this. Pick up the sword. Pick it up. Fight the darkness. Fight it.
That guy's got a really cool voice.
Get up.
I'm really digging it.
Get up. Get up and fight.
Well, that didn't go so well.
Hell is reaching deep inside of her. Stormy seas and lost souls.
She's dreamt of this before.
They say dreams are visions of our memories, thoughts and fears, as seen by our inner eye.
But what if each one of us is always dreaming, even when awake, and we only see what our inner eye creates for us?
Is this what hell is? A world shaped by Senua's nightmares. Maybe that's why people feared seeing the world through her eyes. Because if you believe that Senua's reality is twisted, you must accept that yours might be too.
Nah, mine's fine. I checked up on it today.
The gods. You're pathetic. Rotten. Cursed. What were you thinking? Did you really think you could win? How stupid can you be?
So stupid.
Everyone hates her. She's cursed.
The shadow hates.
Look at you. A warrior. Worthless. Weak. Pathetic. Go on. Feel sorry for yourself, because there's no one left to do that for you.
Everywhere.
That's a pretty cool effect. I dig that.
Take it. If you're too much of a coward to fight, then end the suffering. Broken and lost. Just like your sword.
Come on. Dare.
Why go on when you give everything and face that which torments you, only to find that it is worse than you could have imagined? Why go on? Is it really so weak to ask this? Or are we just so afraid of the honest answer that we do not dare pose the question? Sometimes the answer lies in a memory, a feeling, a song.
It's not real. It's a trick. It's not real. It's real. Listen to it.
Yeah, maybe that was a kind of stupid thing to do. Maybe you really didn't need to do that.
It's not real. It is real. It's a trick. Don't trust it. Maybe you're already dead.
Who are you?
Do you still believe in me, Senua?
No, it's not. It's a trick. It's a trick. He's already dead. He can't be here. It's impossible.
Come to me. Please.
Well, I was trying to, but some dickhead knocked me off that bridge I worked so hard to get to.
The light. Go towards the light. It's him. There he is. It can't be him. It's just a trick. It's in your mind. No, he's here. It's in your mind. It's real. What's happening? Go towards.
Alright, it's taken that angle. It's gonna put me back in control. And there's my control. Let's look around first. Oh, I'm not doing so well. Look at how unwell I'm doing. It's very unwell. Oh, I can still sort of hobble. Got my run. Got my focus. You can never take that away from me. Well, I mean, I guess you could take my eyes. Oh, no story stones down here. I wonder if the game maybe doesn't want me looking for story stones right now. Let's appreciate this tide, though. It gets a wee bit sharp looking when the waves are getting up there. You can kind of see it, but wow, it still looks really good. Let's just hobble our way away from the shore here. There's no story stones down here, just the tide. Oh, please, reach around. There we go. Oh, it's my boy Dillian, right?
He's going to be so slow. How could you? How could you keep going? Ignore the pain.
I'm trying so hard to keep going. I'm holding L1 and forward. Both of them. That's literally all I'm able to do. Wait, stop. Oh, I was actually going to stop and turn around. We had an elaborate stumbling animation prepared. I mean, I'm kind of glad they're not giving me story stones to find, but I'm still looking for them, and it's ruining the immersion anyways.
Before she first met him, she was not in a good place. Just a teenager, but not like the others. Barely functioning, she rarely left the house. Her father's in-bell made sure of that. Only occasionally did she venture out on her own, collecting firewood and herbs. Errands out in the Orkney Plains. That was her world. Like this one. Barren and lonely.
So if I do reach the end of the game, and I do not get the trophy for collecting all of the story stones, I wonder if there will be a way to tell which ones I did not get. Because sometimes in games you'll encounter this scenario where it'll be like, oh, you did not get them from this chapter. You have this many in this chapter, this many from this location, and you still have this many to go. And that's really helpful if you wanna get that trophy. Look up a guide for just the ones you missed. But if this doesn't have that, I'm not gonna be able to remember all the ones I got. So I'd have to be revisiting every single one if it doesn't have some sort of way of telling me which I've missed and which I've got. But I mean, I've been super thorough so far, and it's not like the environments have been very huge. So I'm not super worried about that. I'm supposed to go towards that light, so let's go this way instead. Oh, another face. This one's way more obvious.
Senua, there will be times that you will feel alone and exhausted, like a strange little fish swimming against the tides of the big ocean. But have the faith to let go and let the tide carry you away. Because the whole ocean is your home, and it does not ask you to swim against it.
More supporting words from my mom. Thanks, Mom. You are offering me the support I need. Look at how strong I've become in that short time as I regain my stamina.
Nothing lives here, not even you.
I miss him again. I'm too slow.
There he was, the lone figure of a boy. Sword lay under the shade of a tree. She remembers the first time she saw him. To her young eyes,
He moved as if dancing, and the world danced with him.
the gloom lifted.
For the first time in years, she felt a ray of hope.
Is that him, like, way off in the distance there? That is quite a ways to go, but I'll get there. But I gotta get this first. Don't think I didn't see you.
The Northmen tell of a great hero.
There's that the Northman opening.
Sigmund. His father's hall was built around a great tree, and one day Odin comes and thrusts a sword into the tree, a gift to whomever can release it. Many try, but the sword only comes out at Sigmund's touch. His brother-in-law, King Siggeir, wants it, but Sigmund refuses him, so King Siggeir plots revenge. He invites Sigmund and his brothers to a feast, but when they arrive, they are met with an army, not a warm welcome. King Siggeir captures Sigmund and his brothers, steals his coveted sword, and readies them for execution.
A lot of rude people in these stories. Oh, this is another one right here already?
Death for Sigmund and his brothers seems certain. But the king's wife is Sigmund's sister, and she begs for mercy and implores the king to chain them up instead. He agrees. Not for mercy, though, but because he plans an even more cruel and lingering death. Chained to a tree in the forest that night, a she-wolf comes and devours one of Sigmund's brothers. She returns, ravenous, night after night, until only Sigmund is left. The next day, Sigmund's sister sends a servant with honey to smear on Sigmund's face. But to what end? Well, that night, when the she-wolf appears again, you'll never guess what happens.
I mean, I could take a couple guesses. But for right now, there's a really nasty door in my way. Okay. This bridge is all busted up, but let's take a stroll down it just in case. This game likes to put significance all over the place. Oh, just another one of those close-up view things it likes to give me. I wonder if that's just a thing that happens all the time, or if it is when I'm in specific spots like that. I can't quite tell. Whatever the case is, I have a long stroll ahead of me to get to that bloody tree where what's-his-name's dancing, Dillian. Oh, here we go, a tiny path just after the bridge. Senua sure is panting a lot. Poor girl must be exhausted. Oh, hey. Hey, pal. Number Wonder Gaming. Thanks for coming by. Yeah, I guess this is part 2. I defeated the two big guys. Went across the bridge and just wasn't having it. So now I am chasing Dillian's spirit. Sorry if I wasn't looking at the screen for a while and missed your message. Right now I'm crawling my way there really because I'm making sure to find all the little story stones. Ah, there's another. I want to make sure I get all of those in my first playthrough.
as the she-wolf licks the sweet honey from Sigmund's face. He bites the wolf's tongue. The she-wolf pulls away, but Sigmund holds on. The chains break, and he is free.
You know what, you're right, I wouldn't have guessed that.
After his escape, Sigmund lives like us, hidden in the forest. His enemy, King Siggeir, believing him dead, as his sister plots revenge. And for vengeance to succeed, even the great Sigmund needs help. So she sends her sons to him. But their blood is weak and corrupted, and they're put to death by Sigmund. So his sister hatches a new plan, one that is cold of heart and pure of blood.
I think I started getting too far away from that story stone. That's kind of annoying. I really wish it would just play at full volume, regardless of how far away you got from it. I know this game likes to do whispery stuff, and I guess if I was wearing headphones it wouldn't be a big deal, but I'm not wearing headphones. Well, I am wearing headphones. I have one on one ear for my headset, but that doesn't count. There's no sound coming from these. I have, going over the footage though, and editing it, I have noticed the audio tricks, so don't think it's completely lost on me. While I'm editing it, the recordings do the audio things using left and right channels, so it's pretty cool.
Day after day, watching from afar, she mimicked him.
Perfecting her own secret dance. Wishing those fleeting moments of light would stretch out to last forever.
This one's a little out of the way, but I found it.
Sigmund's sister trades shapes with the sorceress, and in disguise, she lies with her own brother. She gives birth to a son named Sinfjotli. After a time, she sends him to the forest to Sigmund.
He must have been practicing that name a while.
And finds him strong and fearless. And so they go to take their vengeance on King Siggeir. Luck is not on their side. They're captured, and Siggeir has them buried alive.
I could probably fight if I wanted. Oh wait, no, my sword's busted. I can't fight for shit. I guess I could punch with my rotted hand. Oh, this place is nice.
Can't even fight. It's just deception.
I know it's a deception, but let me appreciate it. Well, we got lavender and everything down here.
If only she could do the same. See the world through eyes anew. And dance with it. Just like he does.
I don't imagine they'll ruin this moment with a story stone, so I'll just ruin it by talking through it. Can I run? Oh yeah, I can skip. As she looks around happily. The flowers are really pretty though. This is a very pretty place. Almost at that tree where my boy is. Oh, control's been taken from me.
What's your name?
Senua,
I haven't seen you before.
I don't leave home much.
Oh, Zenua's daughter.
I have to go.
Wait. Who taught you to fight like that?
No one.
No one.
Well, I watched you, and
You learnt all of that from watching me? You should become a warrior, you know.
me?
I'm Dillian. I'm here for the warrior trials. Just come and watch. And bring your sword.
You can't put it into words. That moment when you look into the eyes of the one who is supposed to reassure you, make you feel safe.
It only takes an instant. Fear swallows you before you have a chance to make sense of it. And darkness becomes a part who you are.
Oh, here's the trailer. Here was the trailer that
But
we
her
all
will
saw.
changed the day the Northmen took him from her. Senua knows that there's no going back to how things were. That there's nothing to go back to at all.
Stay still, stay quiet, hide, don't tell her.
Their gods can see into your mind. They will use this power to destroy you.
They won't stop me. I can still feel it.
Whatever's left of him, they will never let him go.
I'm not gonna let him rot here.
You're the one rotting here.
Leave me alone.
You will die here.
No.
And all your suffering will have been for nothing.
Shut up! Dillian? Is that you? I'll find you, my love. I promise.
Well, that's a cool scene. I was happy to have watched it again. It's a good one.
You're alone in these mountains. Is that Dillian? Nothing lives here. You won't survive.
It's not a story stone? Weird. I would have thought for sure it was. Because it has that little thing, right? They always have like a bit of a circle where the letter symbol shows up. It's pretty clear to me that there's a door in that tree. So we have to investigate that. Look, that's a story stone too, right? Don't tell me it isn't. What if I focus on it anyways? Nothing? Weird. Maybe just not now. Maybe something has to happen first. Maybe I'll be back. I'll revisit this area. And I will hear those stories then. There's another fucking one right here. Oh, this one's legit.
As Sigmund and Sinfjotli are being buried alive, Sigmund's sister throws an armful of straw into the grave mound. Hidden in the straw is Sigmund's sword, the gift of Odin. They cut their way out of the grave mound and set fire to Siggeir's hall. The king burns to death. Sigmund calls to his sister to come out so that she may live and be honored. She does come out, but only to tell him the truth. That she had slept with him, her brother, to beget a strong avenger. I am not fit to live, she says, and walks back into the fire. Strike vengeance from your heart, Senua, as there is always a heavy price to pay.
Yeah, I know with the way the economy is going, everything's pretty expensive. So I know firsthand what he means. I can absolutely relate. Another fake? Oh no, it's not fake.
And here is the end of Sigmund's story. He was a fierce and great warrior who fought many battles. But one day, an old man came onto the battlefield. Although shadowed by a hood, Sigmund saw that he only had one eye. The man raised his spear, and Sigmund struck at it with his sword, but the sword shattered into pieces. Sigmund then knew that this was Odin, and thus that victory could not be his. He bowed his head and accepted his end. Dying, he tells his wife that she is with child, and that her son will one day make a great weapon out of the fragments of his sword. The sword named Gram.
I feel like that's not quite the end of the story. So now we need to hear more about this sword. A little... Can I... Okay, this is a thing. What's in here? Just another unimportant stone. That's dang infuriating, it is. Okay, I felt like I had to go up. Is this just, yeah, that's just the path that I ignored to look at that unimportant stone. Okay, I guess, we're at the tree then. For a second I thought we were going to skip by it, because that's such a roundabout way we took. Should I press X? Yep.
Take it. A sword. Take it. Dillian left it for you. Take it. Take it. Take it.
Come on, King Arthur, pull it out.
It's coming from there. And there. What are they? Look. Where's it coming from? She started something.
What's happening?
Senua, imagine a sword that can slay gods. Its name is Gramr. It was forged by the god of all Northmen, Odin, and gifted to Sigmund, a great warrior.
I need this sword. It's important. Can you help me?
The sword appears whole, but it is an illusion. It shattered into shards long ago. It is said a great warrior can reforge Gramr by answering the trials of Odin, one for each shard. The roots of the Tree of Death will take you to new lands, where you will face the trials.
Go to the shards. Go to the shard. Go to the shards. What's the shard? Find it. It's the metal runestones.
It's kind of creepy that when she asked for help, she regarded the player. Looked straight at you through the camera.
That sword. Go to the shard.
Ah, I see. That's what these unimportant stones are for.
It is. Focus.
They are rather important.
Focus. Use your eyes. Look. Get closer. What can you see?
A king in the north forced the dwarves to make a sword that would never fail and never rust, and that would slice through iron and stone and bring victory to its
That's
bearer.
asking a lot, Jesus.
But the angry dwarves cursed it. It would be the death of a man every time it was drawn, and it would be the death of the king. Let me tell you about the sword Tyrving.
I don't recognize this place. Where are we?
Yeah, tell me all about it.
Where is she?
It feels wrong. Where are we now? Burial mound. So strange that we go to such lengths to bury death. Something so
Is that not one of the stones I passed? Oh, it's gone.
inevitable. It's as if we conspire to hide death, because we have no answer for it. But when it comes and forces itself onto our friends or loved ones, then comes the reckoning.
Dead in the air. You can feel the
Senua, you remind me of a story that the Northmen tell about a young woman warrior. Her name is Hervor, the daughter of a berserker born after he was killed. She's a wild, willful child who teaches herself to fight with weapons. When she learns where her father is buried, her only desire is to reclaim the treasure buried with him, but above all, the sword, Tyrving.
It's that good of a sword, huh? I thought the grammar one, the sword of grammar, was the one I really wanted. You know, I'll take whatever you want to give me, though. I'll take every sword, you know, just in case one breaks. Maybe not the one that kills kings, although I technically can't be a king. So I feel like that would only work out in my favor. Yeah, that looks like somewhere. Let's just peek on over here first. Alright, nothing, just a peak zone. Appreciate how nice the water looks. And all the things in the distance. And then we'll do this trial to obtain a shard. I feel like there's not going to be combat for a while since I don't have a sword and all.
Take the torch. It's too dark. Take it. As well. Careful. You have to be able to see.
Who's there? Dillian, I'm here. I'm here for the trials. Like when we first met, remember? I'll find him.
Well, speaking of hearing, apparently earlier in the game it mentions the little tune of Valravn, and that would have helped me a little bit if I had noticed it. Like I said, my volume is very low while I'm playing this. Oh, great. There's gonna be story stones hidden in these mazes.